Okay, so I'm on the fucking line. All right, I'm just gonna say like, why the fuck are people so fucking rude or fucking stupid? I don't know what you don't know what to fucking call it. All right, so Alex Lee is like this voice actor, right? That I was going, you know, you already know, right? I was on the line for like 6 hours, right? I was waiting like 2 different days, long as fuck. His line was so long and went beyond like the booth. Okay, you see like this like line of people over here. His line went all the way here into another section that it wasn't supposed to be in. And so it goes all the way back there, right? And so I waited since the beginning of the fucking convention, okay? And let me draw it out too, right? Where is it? The way the line was set up was like, it was like a zigzag, right? So let's say like this table is his table, right? VA for voice actor, whatever. His line went like zigzag like this, okay? And there was tape on the floor, right? And then the line went all the way there because people weren't supposed to be there. Like, it was just that many people. And there was tape on the floor that tells you like where you're supposed to go. So I was at the start. I was there since the start of like the entire convention, okay? The line. So I was like here. This was me at the start, right? And there were these 2 Demon Slayer girls that was standing behind me, right? So like, I'm just gonna call them like D for Demon Slayer, whatever, right? So I walk like over here, right? This is where I am at this point, right? And I'm talking to another like convention girl, right? Who's like over here, right? And I'm talking to her. And so because I was talking, the line moved up, right? The line moved up just a little bit, right? Just there was like some space, and like I wasn't gonna walk up because like it was just a little bit of space, right? It wasn't really gonna do much. And I was talking to her, but this motherfucker, I'm gonna put him in green. He like, I don't know where he shows up from, right? He shows up somewhere, right? And he squeezes in between me, right? He squeezes like right here. Like, if the person in front of me was like right here, right? He squeezed in between, and I noticed it, right? And I'm like, okay, what the fuck is this guy doing? And so I go to the girl in front of me who I was talking to, right? I go to her, I'm like, oh, give me a moment. I'll talk to you again when we loop around, okay? And I'm like, okay, bye. And so I see the guy. And at this point, I didn't speak up. So I'm like, okay, why is he squeezing in between? So the next time the line moves a little bit and there's a gap, I stuck my foot in between. Like, I did not give him a chance to step up. I stuck my foot in between him, and I basically just flat out skipped him back, right? But I was like, was he here the whole time? I was gaslighting myself because I don't have evidence, right? I'm like, was he here the whole time? I don't think he was, but I don't know because I was pretty sure those Demon Slayer girls was behind me. So Demon Slayer girls were, so now, right now the line is, oh, my game. The line is the guy in front of me, right? Me, right? But like, I was really squished in because I had to squish myself in, right? The line skipper and the Demon Slayer girls, okay? That's what the line was. And so now we're on this corner, right? Where it zigzags a little bit, right? Being aware, the problem is I didn't have evidence, right? So this is where I'm like over here, right? The line is over here, right? And for me, right? And the guy is behind me. The line skipper is behind me, right? And because at this point I'm like keeping my close tabs on him, right? And as the line keeps moving, he skips this way, all right? He basically skips like 10 to 15 people, and this is when I start noticing, and I'm like, what the fuck, right? And this girl over here, right, sees him skipping. I saw her, I watched her. She saw him skip her, and he just didn't say anything. And I was like, okay, is he really gonna do this? When he actually walked all the way here, I was like, sir, excuse me, the line is over here, it's not over there. And he's like, because he was on his phone, he was looking down his phone the whole time, and I'm like, sir, it's over here, like the line. It's like, oh yeah, sorry, and whatever, right? Now I'm like low-key pissed because like, you try to skip me once, right? You try to skip. Like, there's no way you're not paying attention. There's a fucking, like, there's tape on the floor. There's literally tape, and you follow the whole crowd, right? So, at this point, I'm like, I'm pretty confident he's doing it on purpose, right? I'm not giving him no benefit of the doubt, no nothing, okay? He's not getting shit. So, at this point, I'm like over here, right? I'm over here. Line skipper's over here, okay? So, he's like right behind me. And I pull out my phone, right? And I write on my notepad on my phone. I'm like, did this guy skip you? Was he here the whole time? Do you want me to speak up? And I'm like, I go to Demon Slayer girl behind me, right? Because I didn't want to say it out loud if I wasn't really sure, right? So I'm like, hey, excuse me, can you, Shinobu, right? Can you look at my phone? And she takes my phone, right? And she looks at it. And she's like, yeah, I think he wasn't here before. And I go like, sir, excuse me, and because he's still on his phone, by the way. He also had a suitcase and everything. He looks up, he's like, I'm like, sir, were you here the whole time? Because I wasn't really sure if you. He's like, and he goes like, yeah, I kind of was here the whole time. And I'm like, I'm not sure you were, because I was here since the convention started, and I'm pretty sure those girls were behind me. And he's like, oh really? I wasn't really paying attention. And I'm like, yeah, you weren't paying attention, okay, because it's not the first time in my head, right? And I go like, yeah, because like I'm only saying this because I've waited on this line for. I lied, okay, I'm not gonna be honest. I was like, I waited on this line for I waited 2 days, but I'm like, I waited for this line 3 days, and it's not really fair if you're gonna be skipping this amount of people, because if you can see, there's a line that's that far back. And he's like, oh, I'm like sorry, oh yeah. And so he gets sent back behind the 2 Demon Slayer girls, right? So now he's like 2 lines back. The line was so fucking long, and he really skipped. So realistically, I would have wanted. Now you go, dude, stop skipping shit and not being passive. The thing is, I didn't have evidence, right? And I didn't want to start, like, I wanted, like, the line was this long. I really wanted to send him all, like, my thing was I wanted to send him all the way back. But, like, I don't have evidence, and also I was really close to the front. I really did not want to start a scene to, like, the voice actor. I know it's like, know your rights, right? I am in the right here, but at this point, I'm just like, he skipped me. I brought him back a little bit back. Like, I spoke up. At this point, like, the people behind me don't fucking speak up, that's on them. Like, whatever. Like, I was, you know, you're not starting if the girls are aware who was in front of her. Yeah, I was like, I think realistically, if I spoke up and then everyone else would have agreed with me, and I could have, like, just sent him all the way back to the gulag. Like, really, but, you know, what's done is done. Whatever. Like, like, as I said, what's done is done, right? And when he gets sent, like, you know, the 6 positions back, everyone around me starts going, yeah, like, he wasn't there. Even the guy in front of me was like, yeah, I wasn't sure, like, he wasn't supposed to. I'm like, so everyone here is aware, and everyone's like, they were all saying it so loudly. They were like, oh yeah, like this him, I'm pretty sure he wasn't here. I'm like, and I'm pretty confidently he was like, he heard all of us. The whole time too, he was on his phone. He was on his phone texting in a Discord, because, you know, I'm nosy, and when he was directly behind me, I was looking down his phone because I was like, I wanted to, like, make sure he was saying shit or anything. But he wasn't. I didn't read anything. I just saw him, like, texting and people texting. I'm like, he's probably shit talking me or talking about something related to skipping. I don't know what it is, but I'm like, you know, fuck you, right? And that's what I'm saying. Like, why are people so, like, I don't know, it's like just this convention or what? Why are people so fucking rude? Like, there were so many pushers, so many, like, you know, this and that. I'm like, I've never had this in the other time I went to the convention. It's only this year. Maybe I was just lucky in the other times, but, like, and also, like, I don't want to, like, again, right? Another thing with the voice actor is, like, he was really close to, like, it was really close to him, so I didn't want him. You know, it's like, if you're the person that's hosting an event and doing signing, and then, like, something like, if, like, let's say hypothetically that guy was like a fighter, like, he fought, he'd be like, do you have evidence that I wasn't, you know, shit like that. It's like, I would not have want a person going like, hey, my line had a skipper, or my meet and greet had this thing happening. You know, I just don't, you know, we're all here to have fun, you know, we're not here to start this shit. You're at a con with shit of introverts that don't. That's what I'm saying. Oh my god, like, Neneki, you, like, I'm glad you said it, because I didn't want to be so blunt and just say it like that, but, like, we're at a convention where these are all introverted ass motherfuckers, like, weebs that don't want to fucking say shit. You know, I'm like, is that really how it is? He's banking on people being shy. That's what I'm saying. He's probably like, he also, okay, y'all can call me out on this because I was really pushing it. I snuck a picture of him. Like, I was so mad at them. I was like, should I really do a whole Twitter post saying hashtag Anime Expo? This guy is a line skipper. Blah 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 blah. I was like, ugh. Like, no one's saying anything when he okay, in my opinion, in my personal opinion, I think he was doing a pretty shitty job at skipping. Like, he really just, like, took advantage of introverts being introverted. Like, I think, like, if he was anywhere else, if he was, like, even, like, in the streets of New York waiting for, like a fucking, like, McDonald's, people will fucking say something. But, like, it was because it was specifically here where people just didn't. Oh Jesus, I'm dead. People do that for other stuff too. I think it's like, you test the waters, right? When it works out the first time, you just keep greeting for more, and that was literally what he was doing.